All right, Genman here. Today we have a KA-BAR. This is on loan from a buddy of mine. He actually found this and asked me if I knew anything about it, and it was kind of a mess. We cleaned it up on my live stream the other night and got it in some shape. I'm going to get it back to him, but I figured we'd do a review. I've never reviewed this knife, and I've kind of wanted to for a while, so here we are. Take advantage. What are we looking at today? Boom! The KA-BAR Dozier Hunter. Check it out. This is like a staple, back to the basics, universally loved and used design that used to be a pretty popular model. How is it holding up today? There are quite a few different versions of this. I had to do a little research. We weren't exactly sure, so I don't know on a few things. We'll talk about it here. But today we've got the KA-BAR Dozier. Is that Dozier? Dozier? I think it's Dozier. I could be wrong though. Folding Hunter. We've got the blue Zytel light kind of FRN style kind of scales with that diamond texture on there, the KA-BAR logo in the middle. The blade steel is what I'm not sure. It said on the website basically that previously made ones have AUS 8A stainless steel, but some of the newer ones have D2. So depending, this is the 4062 model from Taiwan, depending on if it came directly from KA-BAR or from a third party, when it was made, will kind of determine if this one is the AUS 8 or the D2 for this particular model. They have other model numbers that have higher grades of steel, different handles, different materials and stuff. But this one in particular, it says it's either AUS 8A or D2. I'm going to guess this is probably the AUS 8A, but that's just a wild guess. I could be wrong. So yeah, we got Taiwan 4062, and then KA-BAR on this side with the Dozier designs on the blade tip, then that KA-BAR on the middle of the scale. Other than that, no other markings. Pretty good basic on the markings. I'm not a fan of the blade marking way out there. And if it says KA-BAR here, is it KA-BAR? KA-BAR, KA-BAR, I think. It doesn't necessarily need to be branded twice on one side of the blade. I think they should also get rid of some of that and then replace that with what the blade steel is. Personal preference, doesn't make or break the knife. Here it is. As I said, we did open this on my live stream the other last night. I took it apart. We kind of messed around with it, learned how the spring and the insides all work, cleaned up some grit and stuff inside of there, removed some spots and stains on the blade. Looks like it's pretty good. Then we went and sharpened it up. This was really dull. I could run it along my finger and it didn't make a cut. And in a few minutes, we did a little demo on the live. We got a pretty decent edge to start with on here. So there are some jimps along the back right there. No choke up spot. You just got this main spot right up to here. It does have a little bit of a curved little ramp to keep it from sliding forward. It kind of helps a little bit. Tiny little sharpening choil area right there, non-existent. Or maybe this has been sharpened a few times and brought it up to it. This blade was pretty scratched and beat up. I did clean it up, got rid of most of those scratches. Kind of got it looking decent here. Yes, grippy, feels nice in the hand. Those jimps are okay. I would enjoy more jimps, but I like more jimps on pretty much every knife I've ever held. That's just kind of my personal preference. Clip can be swapped to the other side, so you can do that. And then it is a single side thumb stud only, which I am not a fan of that. So it's a lock back. The action is stiff. You're just kind of rolling it open with the thumb on the thumb stud there, or you could grab it and pinch it open. But that's pretty much the only method. No flicking, no flipper tabs, no nothing like that. And it just got that nice lock, that strong spring in the back, and just a one long pull, no half stop there. And that's about it. So you can swap the clip to the other side, and you can swap this thumb stud to the other side. So I could set this up for the lefty action, so it would open this same way, but on the left side. But you really only have that one open. I would say, if anything, maybe buy yourself a better thumb stud so you can have dual-sided thumb stud on here. Anyone ever do that? That's probably a good good mod move to do, just so you can open it with both hands. It is pretty stiff, so it's not like it's a crazy good action on there, but definitely a solid knife. Blade does not have any play on there. It's got no movement, sits right in the center. So I mean, other than this slow roll action, it's a solid user feel. It's light. I like a little bit heavier knives, but some people like those ultra lights. Let's get some credentials. 7 1/4 end-to-end. Blade is just at 3 at an angle, 3 1/8, but you're looking at a 3-inch blade with a 2 3/8 cutting surface with the slightest curve on the belly, and 4 1/4 on the handle. Pretty much standard user size here. Anyone daily this, or maybe secondary carry? 0.10, 0.10, carries all the way out to here. Just a straight cut there on the top, and then the simple grind, basic, no nonsense. 0.38 on the width there. Looks like it's about 0.8, 0.9 in the middle. That thickest spot here is at 1, and the thickest on the blade, 0.87, with the never-ending battery continuing its life. I'm dying, I'm dying, I'm dying. You've been telling me that for over a year, Mr. Battery. So this is definitely light, 2.3, right on the money. Compare everything with the Kaiser Drop Bear, 3.29. So definitely entire ounce lighter than that Drop Bear. This is a ultralight kind of a lightweight user. Kaiser Drop Bear is a great no-nonsense, not quite full-size daily carry. Look at all those jimps. That's what's up. Same size as your Bug Out, your Pyrite. Standard, not full-size, user size. And this KA-BAR Dozier is about the same. Looks like the handle might be just the slightest bit longer on the Dozier, but really they are identical. Sure. If you're looking for a nice daily that's got some good action on it, different ways to open it and close it, check out that Drop Bear. The KA-BAR is a nice old school user. I've considered getting one for the collection just because of its nostalgia. But here we are. Now I've got one at least through the review. Thank you, Craig, for sending me home with this to kind of clean up. I'm gonna get it nice for him though. We got that edge on there. Now before I did this, when we went into the paper, it wouldn't cut the paper at all. Now, look at that nice, long, beautiful, curvy cut. You see that? I had to go in and spend a little extra time on the tip there, but it's been about 10 or so minutes, and we took this from a non-existent edge to a nice slicer. I give that easily an 8 out of 10 on the paper cut test. Getting it in shape, looking nice and clean. The KA-BAR Dozier. What do we think about this one? Kind of a fun little knife. Should I add one of these to my collection? A couple people in the live told me I shouldn't give this back to my buddy. I should keep it, and I should give him like a Pyrite or a Pyrite Light or something so he actually has a better knife than this one here. What do you think? Which one should Craig get? Comment below. Stay sharp. We'll see you soon.